Craving cinnamon rolls, but not all the carbs? Well, this 3 grams of carb cinnamon swirl bread, it's got all your cravings taken care of, especially with that cream cheese icing we're gonna put on the top. Welcome to our kitchen and Keto with Kenny. So today we're making a cinnamon swirl bread. We got our oven already started at 350. Excuse me. I have already greased a bread pan for us. And these are our ingredients. There's not a lot. There's just one little trick into it to get our swirl to build that so that we're not just throwing it in. You know, if you make cinnamon rolls, you got to roll the dough all out, and then you got to spread the cinnamon and sugar all over, roll them back up, cut them up, place them back in. We're just gonna mix, put half of it in, and then we're gonna add our cinnamon swirl inside, put the other half on, and then just gonna swirl it around in together, bake it off, and then we're gonna mix up that cream cheese icing and deliciously taste it afterwards. So let's get going. All right, I've already pre-measured out 2 cups of almond flour and a half cup of coconut flour. That coconut flour, like I said in the previous one, we don't have gluten, so we need some things to bind and take care of. So we're gonna use that one and some eggs. So we've got a 1/3 cup of sweetener. I like to use the erythritol and monk fruit sweetener. It just tastes more like sugar to me. So we're gonna add that in. Excuse me. And then we are going to add 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Inside there. Then we're going to add a teaspoon of cinnamon already into the first one. We want to have a little bit of a cinnamon bite in everything, but we don't want to have all the full sweet in every bite. Those are what cinnamon rolls are for. And if you missed out, I've got a cinnamon roll recipe right there. Try that one out if you've got more time. All right, we'll add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. There. Just gonna take a fork and we're just gonna mix it all in together, making sure we don't have any clumps. Make sure every bit of that baking powder is all mixed throughout our dry mixture. As soon as we've got our dry mixtures put together, we're gonna go ahead and work on the wet ingredients so that we can mix those in together. We're gonna start those wet ingredients with a lot of butter. A half a cup of butter, 4 eggs, some almond milk, and a little vanilla. And then we're gonna mix these together for the actual batter, or our bread dough. When we say bread lightly, it's a sweet bread. And there we've got it all mixed together there. So we're gonna take our half a cup of butter. We are going to add our sweetener for there. Excuse me. No, we are not gonna add sweetener there. We've already added it to. We're going to add butter, almond flour, eggs, and vanilla. There's our vanilla right there. Let me grab our eggs from the side. I knew I had missing something. It was our eggs. So we're gonna get those all in, and we're just gonna mix this all in together. I'll grab a fork and do that as well. You can place this in a food processor if you want, or a mixer stand. I just don't like getting out the giant heavy mixing stand for something I feel like I could mix with just a whisk or hands. Here's a little rinse. We'll add our teaspoon of vanilla. There we are. We're gonna add our half a cup. So I got a half a cup full of already, so I'm going to use 2 1/4 cups to get our half. There's that math again, algebra. Said we'd never need it, but we did. Got the half of there. So we've got our eggs, our butter, and our vanilla. So we're just gonna mix this in together. The butter I had set out, I left it out because you're not gonna be able to get it all mixed in together very well if you bring it straight from the refrigerator. So you're gonna wanna let it sit for a couple hours outside. And real butter, salted, non-salted, totally depends on you. And then grass-fed. If we're gonna do keto and we're gonna cut some of the carbs, maybe you're not doing keto, maybe you are just doing a low-carb diet, working through to keep those insulin levels in check. This will also do it because there's no gluten, there's no sugar, so it's not gonna spike your insulin. Like I said, only 3 grams of carbs per slice, and there's gonna be about 16 slices. So they're not really thick, but they're going to be nice. They're gonna be what we need for a cinnamon bread. All right, so I've got this mixed together. we're gonna go ahead and mix it into our dry ingredients to create our batter. Pour all of that right in there. Here we are. We'll just mix it in together. Starting to look like a nice cake batter. Definitely not something we could make cinnamon rolls out of, is it? Nope. Now, because we added coconut flour, we are going to mix and let it sit for a little bit before we do anything else. So we're going to take and put half of it into our container, let it sit while we mix the cinnamon. And that way, by the time we're done with our cinnamon layer, we might have that coconut flour all absorbed and ready to be where it needs to be. There we are, a nice dense batter. Get that all out of our whisk. And like I said, we're just gonna put half of it in here so that we can let it sit, and then we'll put the other half in after we've got our cinnamon mix ready. There we are, halves and half. So we'll spread this around nice and even. Here we are. We're gonna set this to the side for the moment. And we're gonna work on our cinnamon. We've got a tablespoon of butter. We are going to take 2 tablespoons of our sweetener and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. So this is not huge, this is just a nice little set. 1, 2, and let's get our cinnamon. Look at that, just enough to finish that cinnamon off. If that's not perfect measurement, I don't know what is, right? Then we're gonna take another fork and we're just gonna mix this in together and get it all mixed up. So our butter is soft. If you wanted to, you could absolutely add it into the microwave to make it a little bit more. And that's probably what I should have done. As you can see, it's kind of clumpy and not doing what I wanted it to do. So I'm going to throw this into the microwave for just a bit and see if I can make a big mess or no mess at all. Hopefully it's no mess at all. So slide in there because we want it to be a little bit able for us to pour into the top of our batter. So let's go ahead and give this just a 30-second. I'm gonna cover it with a little bit of paper towel just in case. 30 seconds. Probably won't take a full 30 seconds. So we'll keep a close eye on. We'll bring our bread batter back. Let's give a quick peek. Not quite. We might be the full 30. It's starting to look a little more like we wanted it to. There we go. Just like that. So we want it to be not clumpy, but yet us to be able to move. So we're going to take this and we're going to just place it within our cinnamon bread. Make sure we get all of that out of there. Spatula so we get every bit of that cinnamon buttery goodness out. Here we are. And off of our fork, make sure we get every bit there. Cinnamon smells really good. And then we're just going to kind of coat it around, giving it a nice little bit. See, it really does look like cinnamon roll filling. Make sure we've got it all on there. Now we're going to add our second half. Just placing it all on top. Our coconut flour is set for just a little bit, which is good. We'll probably give it just a little bit more before we put it into the oven too, just so that it absorbs the moisture and helps us keep that nice consistently that we're looking for in our cinnamon swirl bread. Just gonna place it around. Once we've got it set and there on top, we're just gonna take and give it a little bit of dragging through our bread so that we've got some swirls in. And just moving it right back into. So you could take a knife, you can take a, just like I said, just giving little swirls and then placing it back in together. So now that we've got that all set and ready, don't want that little guy to get running away, we're gonna place it into the oven for about 45 minutes. And then once it's done and nice and solid, we'll pull it back out, give it a taste, add some glaze, some cream cheese glaze on there before we taste it. All right, our cinnamon swirl bread is ready to come out of the oven, and as we let it cool, we're gonna work on our cream cheese icing to go on top. So let's see how it turned out. Oh, look at that. It almost looks like cinnamon crumb cake. So we're gonna set it there, let it cool for a bit. We've got our 2 ounces of cream cheese. We've got our almond milk and our sweetener. That's all we're gonna use for our glaze. So I'm gonna put a tablespoon of sweetener in there. And then we're going to add a tablespoon of almond milk. You can always add a little bit more almond milk as you need to make sure that you've got the right consistency. We would like to go less to start off with because it's always more difficult to add because we can't subtract it from there. So we'll just do there. And our cream cheese has been sitting out, so it is room temperature, making it a little easier for us to mix, but you still want to be careful because the last thing you want to do is make a big mess. Yes, I got a little helper over here. He thinks he should get a slice of it too. And look at that, I think that's gonna work really nicely for the amount that we needed. We're just gonna get it all whipped in together. All right, so we've got that perfectly set for our glaze. You can add a little bit of like a teaspoon or half a teaspoon of vanilla. My mom, get this, used to use orange extract in her icing on top of her cinnamon rolls. So that would be a way to take me back home without having to make the cinnamon rolls to be able to do that. We're not gonna do that today, so we're just gonna leave it as is because we love just a little sweetener. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little sample taste. It definitely works exactly like it is. So we're gonna see if we can get this to come out. It's been sitting for just a little bit, and we're gonna just go around the edges. See if we can loosen it up. And I made sure I put a lot of butter in the bottom there. So let's cross our fingers. If you've seen my donut one before or my other cake, sometimes it just falls apart, but it still tastes delicious. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can give it a flip without causing any breakage or mess. Pan is still warm. Oh, look at that. Look at that. From the A-team, Hannibal would say, I love it when a plan comes together, and that one looks great. So now we're just gonna take and spread our icing on top, and it's gonna be really nice because it's still warm. Hannibal Lecter said Chianti, not. I love it when a plan comes together. I got those two Hannibals mixed up, didn't I? And we're just gonna spread nicely. I'm gonna get all of this out. I got the wrong utensil, but you just make do with what you got, right? And we're just gonna spread it all over nicely. Because we've got cinnamon, we've got sweetener already in there. We don't want it, and we're not looking to really just icing and hang, unless that's the way you like it. And then most definitely add a little bit more, make it a little bit thicker, maybe add a little flavoring to that. Like I said, I am no chef, and I don't pretend to be. I am definitely not a baker, so my cakes and breads do not turn out as beautiful as you would get them from the store. But to me, I think that looks pretty good. So let's take a toss and see how it tastes. All right, let's take a taste. So I'm just gonna slice it right here off the edge on the end. Just give it a cut through so we can see. Oh, look at that, nice little swirl. You can see our cinnamon move through. Let's grab a fork, give it a little taste right there off the plate. Cinnamon, sweet, nice little cream cheese icing. Not overpowering, not overbearing. When you're craving and need something easy to go for your cinnamon rolls, don't feel like rolling out and making a big mess in the kitchen. This is the recipe to try. If you like what you've seen, hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you on our journey. Also, don't forget to hit the notification because you never know what's coming up next. It could be that dessert or that meal that saves your cravings, keeps you in ketosis, or just keeps that insulin and those sugars down. Here's to health and happiness.